Welcome to the EQ Video Tip. I'm your host, Eric Forsetter. Glad to have you back for the second installment of Habits that will make you more likable. Let's jump in and review the goals of EQ Video Tip. Welcome back. We're going to review Travis Bradberry's Habits that Make People More Likeable today, and this is the second half of our episode. Before we jump into that, a quick shout out and a big thank you to the security team for this Maximum Yesness shirt. We're all about gratitude here, so thank you to that team for allowing me to present this week, as well as this amazing shirt. Now, let's jump into other habits that will make you more likable. Welcome back. Our first tip, they use positive body language. And it's really important that your gestures, your expressions, and your tone of voice, they all are very positive and it will draw people to you. Just like ants to a picnic. Use an enthusiastic tone, uncrossing your arms, so taking them like this, maintaining eye contact, very important as well, and leaning in towards the people who you are talking to. All of these are forms of great positive high EQ body language, and it will draw people to you as well. So use positive body language as another way to help you increase your likability. Tip number 2, they make strong first impressions. Research shows that most people decide right away whether they like you or not within the first 5, maybe 10 seconds of a meeting with you. They then spend the rest of the time in the conversation trying to justify and make rational decisions on their initial reaction. It may sound terrifying, but you can take advantage of it and make huge gains as well. What does this mean? First impressions are tied to things like positive body language, which we just talked about. They're also tied to strong posture, a firm handshake, and of course, smiling and opening up your shoulders to know that the person you're talking to is allowed to come and talk to you, as opposed to crossing yourself like this. Take the time to ensure you leave a strong first impression. Our next tip, they greet people by name. Your name is an essential part of who you are, and it's really important to greet others by their name. When you meet someone for the first time, don't only use their name once, try to use it multiple times within the conversation. It will make them more endeared to you as well. Now, some people, like myself, have trouble with names. They forget them. And the best thing you can do is use a brain exercise to try to remember someone's name. When you meet someone, don't be afraid to ask them a second, and sometimes even a third time, their name and how they pronounce it. If you forget it right away after you hear it, it's okay to ask again. You'll need to keep that name in handy and remember it the next time you see him or her. Our next tip, and an easy one, they smile. People naturally and even unconsciously mirror the body language of the person that they're talking to. If you want people to like you, smile at them during the conversation. This will unconsciously make them return that favor to you. So take a moment, look in the camera, and smile. Our last tip, they know how to balance passion and fun. Now, people tend to gravitate towards people who are passionate. That said, it's easy for a passionate person to come across as too serious or uninterested because they get too absorbed in their work. Likeable people tend to balance their passion and the ability to have fun at the same time. At work, they're serious yet friendly. At the same time, they still get things done because they're socially effective in short amounts of time, and they capitalize on valuable social movements. They minimize the small talk, and at the same time, they value having meaningful interactions, which is really important, and they avoid gossip as well. Try to find that good balance between passion and fun within your workplace, but also in your personal life as well. It'll help ensure that your likability soars as well. That concludes this week's EQ video tip. We hope you enjoyed it. There's a lot of great habits that were put out there in this Forbes article. We're going to post them here for you. Hopefully you can use them to make yourself more likable. So that concludes our EQ video tip for today. Try incorporating some of these tips into your daily routine. But remember, use what works best for you and personalize it for yourself. Thank you always to our great research team for providing us with some great tips today. As always on EQ Video Tip, we want to end with gratitude. So thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Here are some resources that you can use if you want more information on EQ going forward. Thank you again, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Thank you.